Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again, and I'm back. I want to share some more information with you in hopes that it would make us better children of light. You know, when I first thought about writing this piece, I was thinking about the world in which we live in. And I think about people who supposedly are good people. People who are Christians and representatives of other religions that does not honor Christianity but their own and have their parallel. Those who are born again, those who filled with the Holy Ghost and fire, those who love God with all their heart, body, soul, and mind, and who love their brothers and sisters as they love themselves. Those who look forward to going to heaven. The thought in my mind was identifying you and asking you to organize yourselves in your communities and to do this all across the nation and plan. And one of the plans would include assembling yourselves in Washington, D.C. at the monument. And invite others, invite terrorists, invite haters, invite bigots, invite organizations that hate other people, invite people that would kill in a moment, liars and cheaters. Invite them also to come to Washington and arm them, and give them permission to slaughter all of us. Just give them permission. Why? Because we are living in a world that is not for us. This world is for people who don't respect God. And no matter how hard we try to maybe wake others up, it fails. We can't wake them up. And if we stand up on our own, history teaches us that we're going to die anyway. And I'm not talking about a natural death. They're going, if you stand up for God, they are going to kill you. And so I'm saying all these people that I just identified, come to this Washington Monument. And invite all these other people. You don't want to live with them. You're trying to go to heaven. They are not. So you don't want to live with them. Not that you hate them. You just don't want to live with them. You're not going to change and become one of them. And they apparently are not going to change and become one of us. And before we sit up and try to fight with them, acting like them, we'll just publicly call them out. And also call out the people who truly love God. Let you know that everybody go to church and call themselves Christian. When it comes down to life or death, God in their minds can go to hell. And if you did organize yourselves, it would be an amazing feat if those who claim to be children of God really are. And we would come there to that Washington, and we would tell the world that God is great. We would tell the world that God is love. We tell the world that we represent that love, and we are not going to sit by and see all of the hate, pain, and suffering that's being depicted and replicated over and over and over and over again in this world as if it's righteous, as if that's the way it's got to be. We are not going to sit by and watch it. We're going to call it like it is. It's from the pit of hell. This nation and all nations, they operate from principles that are from the pit of hell. So, I know you don't want me to live with you, amongst you. So all of us, let's go out there and let them kill us. And leave this world to them. You know, because the truth of the matter is, we were made as kings and queens. In other words, above or under God, no one has control of any of our lives. We are the captain of this ship and of our ships. We. And we don't have to bend or yield to anybody. And if we do, it must be for peace in cooperation. That is the way to peace. Cooperation between kings and queens. There ain't no little pity pumps here. God don't make little pity pumps. We are what we are, and we demanded to be treated as such. And so what I'm saying is that all things on this earth belong to the people, no individual. Everything in America belongs to the American people. And the fact that they are able to have ownership and do the things that they do is an agreement that they made according to the Constitution of the United States, that's only to be implemented as long as the people approve of it. And when the people disapprove of it, then and only then can they or should they express their concerns and change it. The people. And I don't believe that any of the people believe that the Congress, that the president is working for them, not the masses. I remember when Barack Obama was running for president the first term, a black man, white people supported him, other black people decided he must be all right. But I didn't consider him as being any different than any other president, because he never articulated that he had any real ideas about how to make those changes that he was talking about. He was just spitting air. I'm going to bring him home. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And it sounded good to those who were ignorant and acting stupid. Didn't sound worth nothing to me. And so while I tried to run, but what I talk about is foreign to all of you. I couldn't get enough support to walk out of the door. The only efforts that I could exercise were a few newspapers that would print something about a third party or a third individual. Or YouTube, Facebook. And I had to do that and ask people where it's possible for a write-in to write my name in as for the reasons that I've given you here. Now, Barack Obama gets in office. All of those things I'm going to do, he's done any of them. And he's just, in the policies that were driving Democrats crazy under George Bush, he's keeping them in play. And I think about him. I think about Michelle Obama. We hoped, black people, I don't know about white, hoped that Obama would be all right. Because we have been under white presidents all our lives. And we, black, we different. We don't act like white people. White people supposedly don't give a damn about other folk, especially the ones that got money. Well, we're supposed to be different. When we say we're going to make things better, we mean we're going to make things better. And then you get in office, and you don't make things better. And your wife is there before you. We hoping that she is the strong woman that would hold your hand to the fire. And I look at your two beautiful daughters when we see them on TV or in print. And they remind me, I got two daughters almost around the same age. And I love them, and I know you love them, and they love you. But darn, Barack, is this what you want your kids to know about you? I know to you it must be all right, if what they're saying, and let me clear this, if what they're saying about you is true. They're going to have to live with this. And yes, many of us out here know that all those promises you were making, you weren't going to be able to keep. We hope that you knew how this nation ran. You lawyer, Harvard, we hope that you know how the nation runs at least. I never trusted you for the reason I gave, but we hoped that you would be a man. And you go in, and apparently they told you that if you stood up, they were going to kill you. And I understand how you not being ready to die might let them guide you a little bit just to live. Let this, and you want to put this in somebody else's hands. But they seem to be working you. I mean, if the information that, see, we don't trust the information we get from the main media, newspapers and television, because we know who own them. We know that the information is filtered. We can't get variety information from across the land. When we look for information across the land, I don't care what station we turn to, we get the same information. So that tells us that somebody is giving us this information, and they're only giving us what they want us to hear. But when we go on the internet, we hear all kinds of stuff they wouldn't, it appears now that they wouldn't dare mention on the regular news because the people would go crazy. Well, anyway, I'm just sorry for you and all of the rest of the people in the country who's anti-God. Now, when I say anti-God, I know you are for God too, but I'm talking about a God of love. And I'm not just talking about a God of love for half a billion people or 1% of the population. I'm talking about a God who is a God of love for everybody that's on this earth. Whew. Anyway, I made a few notes here. And I was thinking that if we really love God the way we do, and we have faith in what we know, then we should be willing. We should be willing to go down there and invite them and let them kill us. That, I think that is the greatest thing that in these times that we as people of God can do to draw attention to God and highlight this demons. See, I'm telling you, and you already know, that the world is ran by the demons. When I say demons, I'm talking about people who don't give a darn about other folks. I'm calling them demons, but they not no funny looking things. They two-legged, walking around in $3,000 suits. Don't give a darn about anybody. And see, what I want is what any loving person who would want for all of the people, peace and prosperity and joy as they want it for themselves. And to deal with this, I was thinking that since we're not ready to die, that what we should do is counter the New World Order with the New American Order. The New American Order. N-A-O. New American Order. And what the New America is seeking to do is to bring peace to every citizen of this nation, to bring prosperity to every citizen of this nation, to bring joy to every citizen of this nation. And how we plan to do that is to essentially put everybody in this country that is able and want to work in a career of their own choosing. Let them choose what they want to do. Give them the training they need to make them better at it if they desire. And protect them with all of the health care they can possibly need. But give them the opportunity to do what they want to do. That is the incentive for them working, not money. In the past, we have been told that money is the incentive. Money is the incentive for the people who don't care about God, because they want to use money to exploit. They want to use money to do exactly what they're doing today. That's not God's way. We put these people to work, give them the opportunity to do what they want to do, and you will get more than enough. Now, how do we do this? We basically claim back that which has always been ours. Get it back. The representatives do not represent us, so we're going to get it back. And so one of the first things we're going to do in America, we must fire everybody. Fire the president. We ain't mad with him. We just going to fire him because he's not serving this purpose. Fire the Congress. We're not mad with them, and we're not going to do anything to hurt them. We're just going to take them out of that position of being representatives of us because they are not. Thirdly, we're going to do the same things to our governors, to our mayors, and to our what? Legislators, and to our councilmen. These people are not in tuned to work toward peace. They have worked, been accepted in the devil's scam. They have been accepted into the devil's scam. And I'm calling it that because that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's the devil's scam. Anytime a nation prides itself and create for itself an agency, an agent that lies and cheat and steal in its behalf so they can find a way to say it's not us. Those are the exact tools of Satan. And when we will allow ourselves to be infiltrated to the extent that thousands of our citizens can be slain on our land, on our ground, with the complacency of the powers that be in this country, that means the people who you think are supposed to protect you are in concert with somebody else that's killing you. Oh no. We don't want that. We're not going to have that. So we must fire these people and get us a new set of representatives. We must redo the Constitution because there are certain things we will not need any longer. We don't need lawyers, not in this new system. We don't need bankers, not in God's system. We don't need a Federal Reserve, not in God's system. We don't need taxation, not in God's system. And in God's system, we really don't need police. But one thing we will have, even though we will never need it probably, is a defense system to protect us from these demons. Because I tell you, they will attack you. They will do everything they can to destroy you. That is the duty of demons. And demons do what demons do. And when affliction comes down on demons and you right there in the middle of them, it comes down on you too. So let it be known to the world that as Christ said it, for those of you who believe in Christ, who says, I have overcome the world. What does that basically mean? That means that everything that what this world stands for, you've overcome it. That means that though you loved it, though you admired it, though you wanted it one time and would do basically anything to get it, your eyes were open and you began to see what it truly is. And once you did, you didn't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. Didn't mean that you don't want a home, because you do. But there's a way that's different than the way we do it here in America and the way we do it on the earth. It doesn't mean that you don't want the luxury of transportation and a beautiful city and all that. You do. But it doesn't mean doing it the way the current system does it. So what we doing is, since our government, according to the presidents we've had, all in collusion with other folks around the world, to take us to a new world order, which when we research it, find that it includes murdering billions of us, using some of us for their benefit, and taking the rest of us for slaves, but leaving only 500 million to travel the world after they've done everything they can to use, or they would to usurp everything out of you. Every bit of knowledge that God has given you, every bit of the skills that God has given you to serve humanity, they want to rob you of it for their glory. The same way they did the scientists out here that came from Germany that were so smart, that was able to do so many things. They just grabbed them. What? To use them. And so you as well, all of us, have been used for what they can get from us. God gave what we got for us to share with one another. To share with one another. And there are simple systems that operate, which would allow all of us to implant ourselves in businesses that already exist. To the extent that those who are interested in these positions got them. And if there aren't enough positions, then create additional positions. And for those who are not qualified, train them, as I said, so they can get these positions. And everything that we as people determine are good, things that we desire and want, that we have the skills, the ability to produce, and all of the resources necessary outside of ourselves are available, we got. And yes, our population might decrease because we might stop having so many children, because we have so many other things in the world we love doing, enjoying more than sex. But let it be that reason, rather than somebody trying to kill us or poison our kids to keep it from happening. That's what the devil, that's what the demons are doing to us. Normally I don't talk like this because I like to respect all people, and I do respect the people who are being led by the demons. I respect them to this degree, that when this society changes, when the peace and the prosperity and joy that I articulate here tonight and have been doing all of the 30-some years I've been out here, they will benefit from it as much as I or any of us. I'm not trying to put them in jail. Hell, they are just reflecting where they come from. This is where they come from. But what I'm speaking to you is where God wants all of us to go, and if God is not concerned about it, then I do. I want all of us to go. I had thought I might have been able to talk to some young people tonight, but I heard some guy on a television program tonight talking about, or maybe it was on some video, talking about how he's proud of the 1% and the poverty that exists. Doesn't mean a thing to him. It should inspire those who are poor that they might be rich one day. That's the silliest thing I ever heard, I believe. I think that's the stupidest thing I ever heard a rich man say. And Turner, Ted Turner, I mean, when you listen, what I am actually saying, ladies and gentlemen, is this, is there are people in the world who would take a knife and stick it in God's neck if they could. So anything I try to say about them to identify them to you, it falls. If they'll stick a knife in God's neck, they'll do anything. So I'm telling you, there are people out here that would do anything. And so don't think that God is fitting to ride in here on a white horse because we're going to stand up and protect us. No, 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 no. Coming here and protecting us don't make any sense. I mean, why would he come in here now after the thousands of years that people have suffered? No, he's not coming in here. No, our standing up is the representation of God being here. Our boldness is the representation of God being here. Our aggressiveness is the evidence that God loves us all. And the death solidifies it. Then we know who loves God. We know the church is packed with people that are sinners. That's what they're supposed to be packed with. The thing that is, we just went there and gave them a hand. Weeded out the ones that were real from the hypocrites. Because there are many people saying they are. So you just read it at the one for real. They over here with us, getting ready to get blown away by all the demons. Everybody else out there, just little demons. But God loves you. And now you've seen our light, and you can go on forward, either making some changes in your choices or keep on riding the monkey to hell. That's on you. Till next time, this is Eddie Marcus, and I love you. Bye-bye.